Guys, we have Carolyn today here. She's been working with us for not so long, actually. I think it's just 2 months, if I'm not wrong. And I just wanted to jump on a quick interview with her today just to kind of see what her experience was because she actually managed to almost hit her goal very, very quick um, with the leads that we've been generating for her. So yeah, Carolyn, can you please introduce yourself and, just go over your experience and like what type of copywriting you do, obviously.
Yeah, I'm Carolyn. I've been copywriting full time for 5 years. I focus in the finance niche, and previously I got most of my work from a copywriting agency, and that was great for building up my portfolio. But there came a point where I wanted to take more control over the types of clients I was working for, and having the agency to set my own rates and build longer term relationships with the clients I was working with instead of just being set new work all the time with different clients. So I knew I wanted to make that shift, but I didn't really know how to make it happen. And when Dennis reached out, he kind of had the perfect solution, and it ended up being the perfect solution that happened even faster than I thought. So it really worked out.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks a lot for the kind words. And how long have you been kind of dealing with the issue before we started working together, like wanting to transition into full-time freelance and having more control over the clients?
So I left the agency in January of this year, and I believe that we started working together in late June or early
Mhm.
July.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, quite a while. I hadn't been moving at very quick of a rate because I just didn't know what steps to take next. So I had like one or two clients that was sustaining a little bit of income, but I had no idea where to start with lead generation. I did put together a portfolio website, but aside from that, and my mom like sharing that on Facebook, I didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, so nothing just in terms of a strategy, you haven't necessarily tried anything before um coming across this, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Got it. Okay, so when obviously when someone from our company reached out and we got in touch and we had that initial conversation, what was your biggest hesitation, in like doing this and drawing the line in the sand and actually moving forward the next step, and like how does that compare to now, today?
I think because I hadn't ever done any lead generation, I was afraid that if I invested in the process, like would I be able to make enough money after to recoup that investment and to have a sustained income, especially because I feel like a lot of other people in this position might not have a ton of funds coming in at the moment
Yeah.
to feel like they can make an investment in their company and their business. But once I learned more about the process and saw how dialed in it was and how there was a lot of like other copywriters' experiences that have informed your system, it basically seemed like there was no possible way to fail if you just do what you recommended to do. And I'm so grateful, like the assets that we put together, I feel like that will serve me and my business forever. So
Yeah.
I feel like it was definitely worth it. And once I just learned more about the system, it just seemed like the perfect solution. So learning more about it and then putting it to the test, like the results started funneling in very quickly.
Awesome, awesome. And what was your goal initially when like when you took on this jump, this leap of faith? What was your goal that you wanted to achieve?
So I was really happy with the two clients I already had, and I really just wanted 3 to 4 more clients that were similar, who wanted steady work, longer term contracts, and who wanted more longer form content in the finance niche. So
Mhm.
that was my main goal, and I reached that last week.
Nice, nice. And it's been how many weeks since we started outreach? I think it's been like 5 weeks, right? Since Rich has been
Yeah,
actually actively doing the prospecting.
just 5 weeks of LinkedIn lead gen. Yeah.
And your total revenue from these clients is 5K, right? Or 4K?
I think it would be 4,200 minimum and then 5,000 maximum, just depending on if some articles are longer than others.
I must say you must also be a very good salesperson, right? To be able to convert so many deals out of the little amount of calls. Which kind of brings me to my next question for you, Carolyn. In terms of the quality of the clients you got from this, right? How does that look like? Are you satisfied with how those companies look like, and what the potential is for the future, and just getting into that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the people that I spoke to said their commitment level was a 10 right off the bat. So they were very eager to work with somebody. And they seem to have the budget to invest in marketing, but they also don't have the time to do in-house copywriting. So it's kind of the perfect situation where they needed somebody to help them grow. Every client that signed with me was in a position where they wanted to take their business to the next level this year. So they were very much like trying to pursue a new amount of change, and they needed a copywriter to support them. So it wasn't that hard to close them. They seemed pretty sold by the time we were on the call. And I think that is because of the lead nurturing content that we put together. They kind of knew everything they needed to know before we even spoke.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that did a bit of the heavy lifting for you just in terms of showcasing the process and everything. Now, obviously, as I said, you also must have had like a very good skill when it comes to sales, because that's still the make it or break it when it comes to getting the clients. Um, but yeah, I'm super happy to hear that not only you got the clients, it's also, they are high quality clients that can eventually lead to even bigger things. And I'm pretty sure later down the road, once you've done a great job for them and it's been a few months, we can maybe even look into raising the prices, or even, getting into a bit of referral networking with these people.
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
awesome.
yeah, for sure. So just in terms of the process itself, right? So what we've been able to do together for the last 5 weeks since we actively started doing the campaign, what is your favorite thing? What was your favorite thing about, working with us in general as a company?
It was just exciting to see every day there was progress. Even if a call wasn't booked, I saw that there were a lot of outbound messages and a lot of new connections on LinkedIn. So I just had daily confidence, like with my communication with my outbound specialist, that progress was being made every day behind the scenes, and I didn't have to worry about it. And I just knew everything was being taken care of. And it was also nice knowing that you and Alexandra were there to support my outbound specialist. So I never felt like it wasn't going to work out. I just knew that with you guys overseeing everything, that if we had to make tweaks, we would. And yeah, I think that's why it happened so quickly.
Awesome. Yeah, and definitely communication is one of the most important things when it comes to a collaboration like this. And I'm glad that we both had that in common. We had that, strong communication in there between everyone in the collaboration to make this work. Um,
Totally.
But yeah, appreciate your thoughts, Carolyn, and appreciate you sharing everything in like details. Any final feedback for, just our collaboration in general before we kind of wrap up here today?
Well, I watched a lot of people who said this, and I completely agree. If somebody's on the fence and they're looking to grow their copywriting business, I think you have a really perfect system to do that, and it will make it happen way faster than if you try to do it on your own. So I would just highly recommend that other people give it a chance.
Awesome. Yeah, appreciate it. For the people watching, take Carolyn as your sign if this is something that you're serious about, obviously, because she was serious about it as well when we started. And that's also very important, just the commitment to making everything work, because there will be work from both ends to make this work, right? But yeah, Carolyn, thanks a lot for answering the questions and having the discussion with me.